and welcome to Zoom. Yes, the future's getting clearer. Oh yes, it's getting clearer. I see an email, yes. And it's from Kiliki of South Dakota. Kiliki has sent us a game called Fortune Teller. I see fun in your future when you play this game.
To play Fortune Teller, you'll need 6 bags and a lot of index cards. To set up the game, you will write the word name on a bag. Then, for the other 5 bags, you will write the following words: country, home, job, car, and pet. Then, each player fills out 6 index cards. So, you would write your name on the first index card, a country on the second, and so on. Then you would put your index cards in the correct bags. Ours are already filled out. Now, I'm going to pick a name from the bag that says name. So, I got Alini, so this is going to be Alini's fortune. So, Alini, why don't you come over here and pick a card from another bag.
Okay. All right, let's go, Alini. This is cool.
So, I'll give you the card so that you can read your fortune out loud.
Okay. Belly Button Junction.
Is that a country?
Gelatin House.
Wait, was that your home? Is that your home?
That's my home.
This is your job.
This is my job. So my job is a circus performer.
That'd be fun.
And my pet is an ice cream truck.
That's your car.
Oh, my car. My pet, an ice cream truck. And my pet is a donkey named Donkey.
So now you pick out another person.
Okay, so.
A donkey.
Esparta.
So here's your card.
Donkey, I love it.
Donkey named Donkey.
Let's see what my country will be. I'm going to be in Asia. My home is going to be an apartment on the 37th floor of a haystack.
That is cool.
And my job is a mascot for fencing team. My pet is a horse.
So that's your car.
That's your car.
Oh, your car is a horse.
Okay. And my pet is an elephant named Jojo.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Here's today's What's Up from kids like you.
What do you do to make yourself feel better when you're scared?
When I'm scared, I usually sing a song or hum to myself.
I just close my eyes and try to think of happier things that make me laugh. I just always remember God is with me.
And sometimes I will watch TV to distract myself or something.
I just go into my room and read a good book or snuggle with my stuffed animals.
I play soccer a lot, so I can do that. Or I can just try to relax.
Well, when I feel scared, I sometimes whistle.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Okay. All right, so my country is Egypt.
That's actually cool.
My home is an igloo. My job is a paper maker. My car is a shopping cart. And my pet is a hyena. I got a hyena named Darkness. Oh, yeah. Hello.
Okay. Country, a deserted island.
Cool.
I live in a haunted house. My job is a wig maker.
Okay.
My car is a convertible tractor.
Convertible tractor.
I don't even know what those are.
My pet is a hedgehog named Fluffy.
Fluffy. Zoom do.
Look at this beautiful fabric. The design is made using mud. This is a mud cloth made by the Sanufo people of West Africa. Traditionally, Sinufo hunters would wear clothing made out of mud cloth to blend in with the environment. I learned this way of painting in art class. I'm going to show you how to make your own mud painting on a t-shirt like this one. Besides some dirt and a t-shirt, you'll also need acrylic paint. Blue or black paint will make your mud painting look most like the Sinufo. But you can also experiment with other colors. You'll need a permanent black marker, a kitchen strainer, but make sure you have permission to use it because this is what you're going to be using to strain your mud. A disposable plastic container and a plastic spoon, an old toothbrush, a paintbrush, and some newspaper. First you need to make the mud. So you want to take your plastic container and your kitchen strainer and then put the kitchen strainer on top of it so you can hold it. Then take your half cup of dirt and put it in the kitchen strainer. There. Then slowly pour about a half cup of water. So let's see. That's about all I need. And take your spoon and stir dirt and put it through the strainer. So you gotta mix it really well. There we go. That's better. Alright. There we go. Do you see the layer of water that's on top of the mud? You want to slowly pour that off into another plastic container. So be careful that all the mud doesn't come out. There's a lot of water. Okay. There we go. You got a lot of mud in there. Okay. Now you're gonna add your paint. So just add some, depending on the amount of mud you got out of your strainer. So. And then you can mix it. See how much you have. Okay, so take your spoon. Mix. Ooh, it's kind of greenish. It's really weird. There's kind of some separation between the mud and the paint. So, you just gotta keep on mixing. I wanna make one a little more yellow. There we go. Put that back in there. Okay. Next, you want to stuff your t-shirt with some newspaper and then smooth it out so that it's flat. This will make sure that the mud doesn't soak through. Next, you need to draw your design. The Sinufo use animals in their mud paintings, like crocodiles, monkeys, lizards, turtles, and other animals commonly found in West Africa. They believe that the spirits of these animals would protect them from danger. I drew a turtle. First, I drew my design in pencil, and then I went over it with a permanent marker. The Sinufo would usually use dye made from boiled leaves to draw their design. It was really deep, dark black, so definitely very authentic. So next, take an old toothbrush. This will fill in the larger areas of your design. So you want to scoop up some mud, spread it out, and you're painting like this. To sort of give it some texture, because it definitely looks very cool when it dries. So, if you need more, get more. From time to time, you should try straightening your shirt. Makes it easier. You can also use your toothbrush to make a straight pattern. Just go long, straight. Like that. Be careful. Okay. So then you can take your smaller paintbrush to fill in the smaller areas of your design. I'm going to try making a few dots. Like right there. I have a really small area. That's the tail of my turtle. So I could use it for that. Ooh, I like the clumpiness. It's really cool looking. Sinufo children learned about this art form by filling in the designs that their parents drew for them. So they learn from their parents learn from their parents, it goes on and on. I think it's really cool. When you're done painting, let your t-shirt dry overnight. And then shake off the excess mud and wash it in very cold water. And then hang it up to dry once more. When you're done, your t-shirt should look like this. Here we go. See, this is a turtle that I made. And I really like my turtle. See, on this one, I kind of use splatter paint. And like I did a ring around it here. And I have little eyes on that one. If you learn about any other art forms in school and like to share them with other kids, send your ideas to Zoo.
Hi, my name's Ivy, and this is my brother Dylan, and we're on a cashmere goat farm in Washington, Maine, and these are our goats. My favorite goat is Daisy. We can hold her with like her feet up, like maybe how you would hold a baby. Cashmere is the soft wool that they shed in the spring, and it's made into hats, sweaters, and scarves, and a lot of other stuff that is used to keep you warm. We feed and water the goats 2 times a day. In the morning, it's usually their main meal. Then at night, they usually have the grain and then a little bit of hay and then water. I don't think taking care of the goats is work. I think it's more like playing. And the fun part is like, it tickles when they eat grain out of my hands, and I can sit there with them and cuddle because they're so soft. This is how you comb cashmere. You just pull the brush through the hair like this. That's cashmere. Right now we're going to Hattie's house with the de-haired cashmere, and she's going to teach me how to spin it.
Hold it with this hand, you pull it a little bit with this hand.
I like spinning a lot. It's like a game. What Hattie told me was that as you pedal the spinning wheel, it's pulling it in. As it pulls it, the yarn is going through your fingers. And what you're trying to do is watch it as it goes through your fingers. And every big piece, just make sure you tug it apart. After you spin the yarn, it's made into a lot of stuff like this. Camisoles, gloves, and hats. It's hard to believe that this hat came from one of these goats. Yes.
Xing-yang!
Okay, they're having technical difficulties. I live in Chile. That's cool.
That's cool.
Chile. I live in a pig pen. I have a great home. Okay. My job is a leg hairstylist.
What?
I'm a leg hairstylist. Okay, my car is. I have a wheelbarrow.
Because you live in a pig pen.
I have a.
How do you move in a wheelbarrow?
Chicken named Cassandra. Well, I have just about the greatest life.
Joshua and Laura W. of Renton, Washington sent us these Fanny Doolies.
Fanny Dooley likes tortillas, but doesn't like enchiladas. Why do you think that is?
Fanny Dooley likes gallons, but doesn't like quarts.
Why do you think that is? Fanny Dooley likes spinning, but doesn't like twirling.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, yeah! If you've got any good Fanny Doolies, send them to Zoom. Fanny Dooley! You must remember when we experimented with static electricity. We made cereal dance.
That's so cool.
And look what static electricity did to gelatin.
Whoa! Look, it made like little mountains on it.
Like little spikes. For those experiments, we created static electricity by rubbing a record with a wool scarf and a balloon with a wool scarf. A lot of you have written giving us more ways to experiment with static electricity.
Betsy D. of Oskaloosa, Iowa, suggested rubbing a balloon on your head and seeing what happens when you put it near Pepper.
Caitlin H. of Bellevue, Washington, took towels right out of her dryer and used them to charge up a hula hoop with static electricity. Then she used the hula hoop to pick up socks in her room.
Betty C. of Huntington, New York, used a piece of paper and a plastic ruler. And she told us to place a static ruler near a stream of water. So let's start experimenting.
Okay, cool.
So,
What do you think we should try first?
you want to try the balloon on head and Pepper?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So why don't we
So here, why don't we get a,
play?
that way our table doesn't get very messy.
Okay. And so, do you want me to rub it on your head while you pour the pepper?
Whoopsie.
Okay, ready?
Okay, let's see.
Oh, man.
They're
It's
like
going everywhere.
sticking.
That's almost
it's
like electric gelatin.
That's like electric gelatin.
That works.
Definitely does work. Here, why don't we put that?
Do you want to try to do what Caitlin did?
Sure.
She charged up the hula hoop.
So well, we don't have towels right out of the dryer, so you want to try a wool scarf?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
So we'll just like rub it around.
here, I'll hold the hoop.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we have a sock. Let's see if it.
Here, do you want to put it on the ground, or should we just leave it on the table?
We'll just leave it on there. See if it picks up. Ooh. You can see. You can hear the. You can look at that. Look at the string.
It's standing up.
Look at that.
That's so cool.
Also
Should
go
we,
into the
should we
hula
rub
hoop,
it?
Try.
Yeah, let's see.
Right there.
Well, this sock is really heavy, so
It's getting that piece of string. It wants to go up, but I think the sock's heavy.
yeah, the sock.
Maybe
is-
Caitlin's was a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Maybe wool scarves don't
Yeah,
have
maybe-
as much action
Yeah,
on
maybe
the...
towels right out of the dryer works better. All right.
Do you want to
so
try
We have all of it. Do you want to try some of the fabrics?
Sure.
Maybe like this is kind of
like
light.
silk?
Yeah.
Let's see if
Okay,
silk.
Okay.
I'll rub this.
Gold.
It's beautiful.
Whoa! I picked it up really good.
And I think it only does it once.
I think it only does it once.
And then all
It
of a
uses
sudden
because maybe all of the electrons
Electrons.
jump up so that it only
they
stays up
both
there
have-
for a while,
Yeah.
and then it jumps right back down again.
Or do you want to try the record?
Yeah, let's. Why don't we try the record, and we'll. Do you want to try it on? Well, we know crispy rice works.
Let's try
'cause
some of
we've
these.
Yeah,
done
let's
that.
try it with some peanuts.
Okay.
Maybe
them in a-
they're really. Yeah, we'll put them on plate. We'll dump them all.
One
in.
try
Yeah,
to
just
put
dump
up a
them all.
Ugh.
Okay.
Let's see if that picks up.
Oh,
Oh, they jumped right up. Only about 4 of them are up, and all the rest of them are like trying to go up.
Hey, but look, you see how they're all different? These aren't really peanuts. These are the peanuts. Well, they're all
Oh yeah,
pink.
these ones aren't going up, but the ones that are kind of like
8 shaped.
yeah, they're shaped like an 8. Did you want to try to rip them up and see if they work better?
But we know that the other 8-shaped peanuts work fine.
Not like that's
I think that's it.
Yep.
I'll rub the record. All right, ready?
Okay.
Oh, now it's...
Some of them. I think the other way worked
Oh,
the
wait,
best.
there's a green one.
Oh,
Yeah.
green one.
Now let's try piece of paper and the ruler.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So red. Here, do you want to pour?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll charge this.
We should make it as thin as possible.
Ooh.
That's not thin. Oh, that works. Look at that.
It's much easier using a faucet.
Yeah, because the pitcher, it goes back and forth, like the water
Yeah.
goes up and down, and then it goes in. Here's how we created static electricity. Everything's made up of atoms. You're made up of atoms, and this hula hoop's made up of atoms. Atoms are made up of smaller particles that have both negative and positive charges. One kind of particle is called an electron. Electrons have negative charges.
Some materials are really good at picking up electrons, like this balloon. Other materials are really good at giving away electrons, like this wool scarf. When the wool scarf rubs with the balloon, the electrons from the wool scarf stick to the balloon. When the balloon has all these extra electrons, The balloon is able to pick up salt, pepper, and peanuts because of the way the charges push and pull.
There are other ways of realizing that you've created static electricity. For example, your hair stands on end. Or you give yourself a shock.
Next time on Zoom, we'll show you another way to tell with this static electricity detector. Zoom into action! Meet Paris and Chris from Cleveland, Ohio. 7th graders, Paris and Chris, share their love of the rink with kids practicing for the Special Olympics.
Good one for Glide.
Glide. Ben, stop. The Special Olympics are sporting events held for people who have disabilities.
We like to skate with the kids, and it's fun to help them learn how to play hockey.
Chris and Paris have been skating for 9 years, and they teach these kids the basics.
It's just fun, and you get to know their personalities, and like you get to know them, and you can become their friends. You find out they're people just like you.
Zoom into action! Zoom into action and join the Zoom team!
Welcome, Zoomers, and thank you for joining us for the Wide-Mouthed Frog, a Chin Play, emailed to us by Emily of New York. Ribbit, ribbit. This is the story of a wide-mouthed frog. One day, the little wide-mouthed frog said to his mother,
Mama, what do wide-mouthed frogs eat?
Well, why don't you go ask some of our neighbors?
Okay, ribbit.
So one day, he went to Mrs. Bear and said,
Mrs. Bear, what do your cubs eat?
Oh, well, my cubs eat berries and leaves and such.
Okay, ribbit.
So then he went to Miss Giraffe and said,
Miss Giraffe, what do your babies eat?
Oh, my babies eat grass and leaves and such.
Okay, ribbit.
So then he went to Mr. Elephant and said,
Mr. Elephant, what do your babies eat?
Well, grass, but they do love a good peanut.
Oh, okay, ribbit.
So then he went to Mr. Alligator and said,
Mr. Alligator, what do your babies eat?
Well, my babies eat wide-mouthed frogs.
Oh,
Hi, we want to know what you think. So log on and make your opinion count at the survey section of the Zoom website at pbskids.org or America Online keyword PBS Kids. All submissions become the property of Zoom
and will be eligible for inclusion in all Zoom media.
This means that we can share your ideas
with other Zoomers
on TV, the web, in print material, and in other media. So send it to Zoom.
Mr. Alligator, when you want to hear a good joke or learn cool science experiments, what do?
I log on.
You sit on a log.
No, I log on.
There are lots and lots in the swamp. Which one?
No. I log on to the Zoom website, pbskids.org.
Funding for Zoom
Is provided by
The National Science Foundation.
America's Investment in the Future.
and by
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
A private corporation funded by the American people.
The Arthur Vining Davis Foundation.
The Wheezy Foundation.
The Tucker Gosnell Family Foundation.
And by
Contributions to your PBS station.
From viewers like you. Thanks! PBS Kids! Here's how you can Zoom to action. Volunteer your time. You can visit with seniors or tutor kids who need help with their homework. Be sure to tell us all about it at the Zoom website, where you can also find out what other kids are doing. Zoom into action.